tea and chat.
Chat with tea.
Tea chats.
Tea chats. Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha. And we're cousins. Grab yourself some tea and get cozy because we are ready to chat.
Whoop, whoop.
But first, what tea are we drinking?
So we decided to try the salted caramel drizzle from the tea cellar in Cedar Falls. It's a black tea with, it also has rooibos tea in it.
Okay.
I think we talked about that on the live. It's red tea.
Yeah.
It's not actual tea leaves, but anyhow. And then it's got salted butter caramel chunks.
Ooh, it's really good.
It's super good.
And we get their monthly subscription box, which is pretty awesome.
And I think this came in the July box. They decided to try something new, and we got 4 little samples instead of 2 big ones.
And we prefer it that way, just because we want to try all the teas and pick our favorites so we can get more of them.
Yes. Next time we need to try I think it was peach or something. It sounded really good.
Some of them they said suggest do it cold, so maybe we should try that too. Yeah. We have a lot of things to talk about today.
So many things.
Yeah, so many things. Should we dive into podcasts first?
Yeah.
So I've been just searching for new podcasts. I don't know. And sometimes they're not vibing just because of that day. It's nothing wrong with the podcast. It's just like, if I can't get into it, then next. So first of all, did you listen to the Crime Junkies podcast of Charlie Brandt? Oh my gosh.
Isn't that so messed up?
It's so messed up.
So I was trying to explain it to Alex too, because he doesn't, he won't listen to that stuff, but he'll listen if I give him the Cliff Notes version, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was telling him about it. I'm like, this is so messed up because, the way she starts the podcast with if you didn't know your spouse growing up, you might question everything after this episode.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God.
And they're not kidding. I just can't believe the jumps and how they didn't even know who this guy was and how deranged he was. That's insane to me.
The crime he committed as a kid, all the court documents are just sealed, and all he had to do was a year in a mental health facility.
And the dad didn't say anything to anybody?
Even his little sisters didn't know how their own mother
His older sister stayed around him? Absolutely not. I'm so sorry. If someone did that to me, I would stay clear of them. She even had to barricade herself when she got older.
And she tried to keep her kids away from him, too.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if they made it clear, but was it her child that he ended up killing in the end?
No.
Because it was his niece.
It was on the wife's side.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked that up. Yeah. But it's still insane because he obviously had an infatuation with her. Mm-hmm. And you guys should definitely go listen to the full podcast because we're just kind of chatting. So go listen to it actually and then come back and then you'll understand what we're talking about.
Right, because Ashley's such a good storyteller.
Oh God,
so you have to hear her tell
it. I looked on the podcast. They're number 2 on the podcast ratings right now. Go
overall
them.
or
overall.
True crime?
Overall.
Holy crap. She was born to be a storyteller.
She was. It's so good. I can't. I hang on every word she says. And then when there's I love when there's a break and you don't know if it's going to be a commercial or not. Because I'm I love it. But that one really messed me up. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I can't wait. I like those. That's one of the episodes that just
Well, it's one of those horrifying things because it's he's gone now. And you have no idea how many murders he may have committed.
No, exactly.
So,
and just the brutality and the the anatomy of it, how he is and his wife really had no idea.
And that's the thing that they kind of talk about at the end is it sounds like she started to guess, but if it was me, I would have to think if it was me and I started to see things like that with Alex, I would try and talk myself out of it too, because I'd be like, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
I know him too well. There's no way. You know what I mean? So I guess I could see, you're with someone for that long. You think you know them. You think there's no way they could do that.
Yeah. It's just so crazy, man. Oh. And I got into 2 podcasts today. Of course, I couldn't binge them because there was only only a couple in one and 7 in the other. The one is The Clearing.
Ooh.
And I don't know. I thought you had told me about this one, but maybe I am mistaken.
Is that true crime?
Yes, it's true crime. Sorry, let me pull it up really quick. Good job, Samantha, being prepared.
We're always prepared.
Duh, especially for tea chats. what is it called? The Clearing? Why? Okay, so my podcasting has been messing up and they're not showing up. The silence. Yeah, The Clearing, Pineapple Street Media. And it's when April was 40 years old, something she feared for decades was finally proven true. Her father, Edward Wayne Edwards, was really a murderer. So it's about her coming to terms, like going around with a detective in 2009, and in 2009 she called a detective about her suspicions, which led to her father's arrest and conviction of multiple murders.
Who was her father?
Edward Wayne Edwards.
What?
Yeah. So
does he have like a name, like a serial killer name that we would know?
I think that's the name.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't hear it a lot.
Because it doesn't sound familiar, but...
No. So basically what happened was, you guys should go listen. There's only 2 episodes, so you can catch up really quick. Yeah.
And so they're like releasing... currently.
Yeah, so the what would you call it? The journalist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh Dean, the host, and her and April are going back through it now.
Okay.
But basically, yeah, he got convicted in 2009, I want to say. But basically, she had a really rough childhood, and her dad was, like, abusive and sketchy, and they had to go from town to town and all this stuff. And he kept tape recordings of himself and, like, certain things. Yeah. And she was, like, sitting there, and she would, like, stay awake at night, like, having trouble dreaming or having trouble sleeping and dreaming, and it had insomnia about, like, her dad. And she kept thinking, like, about this one time, like, multiple times where he'd be gone for a long time, or he would come home all muddy and bloody and, like...
Oh, my God.
And so she started, like... She started writing down, like, when they were in what towns and trying to correlate them with anything that happened because, you know, obviously he was a crappy, abusive father, and so she thought there was always more. Well, she looked up a town, and there was missing people on the time that they were there, and then they left the next day. So she called the cops and said, hey, like, I don't know if I'm crazy, but, like, this and this and this, and it led to, like, her father's arrest.
God.
And then they started figuring out that he did other things.
Yeah.
So now her and this journalist are kind of going through it and kind of seeing, like, you know, how many other murders could he have done, and, like, just retracing. Like, she remembers everything. It's crazy. Like, and you get to, like, talk with, like, people who knew them, like, when they lived in town, they talked to their neighbors, like, and there's just, like, sketchy stories about him constantly.
Oh my God.
Like, his punishments for the kids would hang them up in the garage.
Oh.
Yeah. By their belt loops, and, like, for hours.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
So the reason I think maybe you thought it sounded familiar, I listened to Happy Face, and that was about a girl who her father was a serial killer.
Okay, I'm going to have to write that down because I knew that you told me one, and I was like, I want to listen to that, and I thought I had found it with The Clearing, but that's awesome that there's another one out there.
Yeah, her dad was the Happy Face killer.
Oh.
So.
But yeah, you should definitely, like, subscribe to this. It just started. There's only 2 episodes, and it's really good already.
It sounds good.
Yeah, they're like, there's a bunch, because he tape recorded himself. He has over 60 tapes of his recordings of just, like, talking.
Oh.
But then, like, also, so it's, like, really weird. But then there's also, like, since it was so, like, kind of, like, not old, like, not to, you know, that they can go and they have real, like, interviews with neighbors and stuff like that remember him and tell stories about when they were little living next door. So it's interesting but creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about what podcast you've been listening to, or do you want me to keep going?
So I've been doing the same thing. Like, I go through phases where all I do is listen to music, and then all I want to do is listen to somebody talk. Mm-hmm. And I have to, like, it's the same way. I have to feel the podcast at the time. Otherwise, like, I just can't get into it.
No, exactly.
But one of the ones that has been kind of filling it where it can, because I've almost listened to all the episodes, is Generation Y. Okay. I don't think I've ever talked about it on here.
No, and I'm subscribed, but I have never gotten into it.
Really?
Yeah.
They talk about all different kinds of stuff. I think in a similar way that Last Podcast on the Left does, except they're not, like, there's no comedy to it at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of clinical, but I really like both of their personalities. It's 2 guys, and then I like that they usually have differing opinions on things.
Oh, okay.
And so it's kind of interesting to hear 2 different sides where they both seem to be, like, in the same vein, but maybe 2 kind of different points of view.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's a fun one to listen to. A lot of stuff that they cover is true crime, but some of it's other like conspiracy theory type stuff. And just a little bit of everything.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm going to have to give that a try.
So that's the one that was kind of been keeping me busy today.
Well, I started another one because The Clearing only had 2 episodes, so I was like, I need to find something else. So I found Unspeakable Crime, The Killing of Jessica Chambers.
Ooh, why is that name familiar?
So she was I don't know how old, like a teen, blonde, pretty. And she was found, her car, she got burned alive in her car.
Oh my gosh.
And she crawled away, and the paramedics, found her, and like the firefighters found her and talked to her or whatever. And so it's kind of intense. But
was it recent?
Sorry, I was trying to look it up. No, it's from 2018. It looks like, so not recent. So I'm gonna be.
Fairly recent though.
Yeah,
it's not
So there's
old.
and there's 7 episodes, so it's pretty short because there's already a trial and stuff like that. But it's gonna. I haven't researched her at all. So if you're gonna listen to it, don't research her because it'll tell you the end of it.
Oh, okay. That's what I was just looking at. It sounds so familiar. I feel like
here, I can show you her picture.
I feel like maybe I've heard it on another podcast.
That could be because it was very shocking apparently to everybody. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, I'll have to
she was burnt alive in her car, and she like said a name when the paramedics came because they asked who did it, and so that happened, and then people and they definitely started like was it a race thing or like that kind of stuff, like a
holy cow.
Yeah, so it's really good. I'm only on episode 2, but that was definitely keeping my interest this morning.
I'm gonna have to subscribe to both of those and start one.
I know I'm gonna have to start Generation Y after I get done with this because I'm like.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Like I said, you can kind of jump around episode to episode just because. Pick the ones that interest you, basically. And then the other one I've been listening to, I listened to on my way home today.
Yeah.
It's called Lore.
Okay.
I might have talked about that one before. So Aaron Mahnke, he's got, I think, 3 different podcasts. He's got a TV show called Lore too.
Yeah.
And also this podcast. And this one just kind of like covers different lore throughout, our history. And it's just really interesting, like the stories that he finds and how they all started. He kind of goes back to the beginning of like, why do we say this thing? Or like, why?
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting. It's one of those that like has maybe a supernatural element to it,
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Unsolved Mysteries or something.
Oh my God, I love Unsolved Mysteries.
But he's another one that's like a really good storyteller. So you can just sit and listen to these episodes and just be fascinated.
Yeah.
So that's another one I've been listening to.
Ooh, I'm gonna try that too. I know you've talked about it. I know I really like the podcast thumbnail. Like I really like the look of it, and I've always been like, I need to listen to that one.
Because we watched his show. I think that's how I first started listening to the podcast. Alex and I watched the first season of the show on, I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And the first season was really good because it's a lot like the podcast. It's very like factual, but then it has like reenactments and stuff. And then the second season was not my cup of tea. Like I guess a lot of people really like it, but people didn't like that the first season was they thought it was too much like the podcast. So they switched it up. And I guess people like it, but I don't know. I like the podcast. So.
Yeah. So you went to the movies this last weekend.
I thought I'd talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I'm interested. I haven't actually really heard anything about this movie.
Really? Mm-mm. We took the kids and saw The Lion King. It was adorable.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I didn't really go in with any expectations. Right before we went, though, my friend was talking about, how I guess it was getting bad reviews and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, no. Like, it hadn't even crossed my mind that it might be not good, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I think the critics always give bad reviews. So I wasn't too worried. But it was so cute.
Yeah.
I love all the new voices because, I love Donald Glover.
Yeah.
So I was really excited. And then the new Timon and Pumbaa are perfect.
Really?
It's Seth Rogen.
Yep, I saw that.
And Billy Eichner.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's how you say his name. They're so funny together because like, it obviously follows it's the same story.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the lines are the exact same, and then things like the banter between Timon and Pumbaa are different because it's different people playing them.
Yeah.
And they're just so hilarious together. It was great.
Was it weird, like, watching a live version? Because I just have the cartoon so stuck in my head because that's what we grew up with. It's hard for me to, like, think of, like, that.
You know what? It wasn't as weird as I thought it would be. And I didn't even think about this until someone else brought it up. But they said when they watched it, it was a little distracting because, like, especially the lions, their mouths, you know, the cartoon lions, their mouths move like people's mouths like, when you're talking. But this one, they don't move like that.
It's just a lion and then you hear the voice?
Yeah, like its mouth is moving, but it's not moving up and down and having all the shapes that our mouths have.
Okay. So is it like their thoughts or like are we is it kind of like watching like an old Godzilla film with American dubbed over it?
You know, and I didn't even like think about it at the time, but yeah, like they open, but it's not like they're going like open, close.
I just said American. I meant English. Jesus. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
So I don't know. I guess
I'll have to watch it.
It wasn't until someone else said it that I was like, oh yeah, you know, but it didn't distract me. So
yeah, well, like I liked the live action of like I liked the live of Cinderella. I liked Maleficent. I liked both of those. Mm-hmm. I just think because it's animals, I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. But yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, it was really adorable.
And then probably watch obviously Little Mermaid. That sounds amazing. And Mulan looks amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun, though, because we went, I think it was opening
so what
weekend.
Happened? Did you do, like, crafts and stuff beforehand?
Yeah, they had a little party at the theater, which I have shy kids. My friend's kid is very shy, too, especially in situations where there's a lot of other kids there. And so it was a lot of awkwardly standing around going, hey, guys, you want to get your face painted? You want to go make a lion mane? You want to do this or that or whatever?
Yeah.
And they're going, no. So I'm like, oh, my gosh. So they ate snacks, and we finally got them to, like, color and stuff. They wouldn't get their face painted, but whatever. And then we went out to eat and then came back and went to the movie.
Where'd you go out to eat?
Carlos O'Kelly's.
How dare you.
Obviously, that's where the kids always want to go.
So they can stick there.
They can
Okay, so they can stick their hands in the cheese. I did not mean to
your face!
Because I'm trying not to do anything naughty. Did not mean that, though. They were going to stick their hands in the queso and eat it.
You know what's funny? Raylan didn't want any.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't have any?
So I got the GQ combo, because that's what I have to do. Weston was devouring it, and I was like, Raylan, do you want it? Because, like, we sat at one of those, like, corner booths.
Oh, yeah.
So it was, like, I think it was Weston, me, Raylan, and Cameron, and then Nicole. Like, Cameron sat separate from her.
Yeah.
And Nicole's kind of, like, by herself. So anyway, I was trying to get the dip over to Raylan. I was like, do you want some? No, I'm okay. Like, what? Who are you?
Yeah.
I think they're trying to be cool for their friends.
Oh, yeah. They're just acting all tough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went on a little brewery trip this weekend. It was really fun to Decorah, Iowa. They have 2 breweries there, Pulpit Rock Brewery and Toppling Goliath Brewery.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I love trying different beers. I like getting the flights, which are just like little testers, basically, because I like options with food and drink. So first, Kurt and I went to the Pulpit Rock one, which was really pretty. It had it was very small. Like, it just had a little bar and then, like, a couple tables. And then you could see it outside. And they had, like, the lights. And it was very, like, hipstery, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I really liked it because it felt, like, closed and, like, quiet and, like I don't know, homey. Like, it felt inviting. It was very inviting. So we sat there. I had one of my favorite beers. It was, like, coffee and like something, and it was just it tasted so good. But the problem is that apparently sometimes they don't let you fill growlers and they only can certain beers. So like I couldn't have any. Like I could only have like what I could drink there. So I'm like watching to see if they're gonna like do anything with it because I would love for you to try it. It was so good. And then after that we went to a bistro. I tagged it so you could look at it. It was called Lorena. Is that how you'd say it? Lorena. Yeah. It was so cute. It was definitely like really small. It was like reservation only for the tables or like if there's a spot at the bar. And so they had like, there was a booth. I should have taken a picture of it, but maybe there's like a picture.
Ooh, it's vegetarian friendly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I want to tell you about that because maybe we should all like take a trip up there and like stay for the weekend or something because everything's in walking distance, you know? Yeah. So there was like a booth with like tables and chairs. So like you could like, but it was only like little tables. So it was only like couples basically along the side, and then there was a couple other tables, and then there was just the bar. So it was very tiny.
Wow.
And very like fancy, I guess. And you could look to your right and you could see like the chefs cooking.
Holy
and
cow.
It was a very small menu, and they had like the chef pick of the day, and then they had like only a couple other items on the menu. And it was the best meal I've ever had.
Really?
I'm not joking.
What'd you get?
I just got like because I didn't know what I would like. Because it was definitely like, you knew like the main thing, but then it was a lot of pairings that I am not used to. So I went with steak only because I was like, I know I like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the seared scallops because I love scallops, but I was like, okay, I don't know. I'm not feeling too brave. But it was like so good. And then Kurt got pork loin, I think, and it was really good too. But I wanted to try the vegetarian ones too. I was like, oh my God, this is so good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the drinks were really nice, and everyone was like,
had he been there before? Like, did he
I'm not
know
sure.
about it,
I think he did, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
He knew about it because he's the one who chose it. And then we went to Toppling Goliath, and it's like huge. It was like a giant warehouse. So it was in as like...
I know I've heard of that one.
Yeah. They used to have a smaller one, but this is like huge, which I totally get. They like deliver like around the world now. So it wasn't as like quaint. It was more of like there, and it also was later in the night. So there was a lot of like people had been drinking. Yeah. So we only got one beer and then took off, but it was good. But I'd had Toppling Goliath because it's everywhere, I feel like. But Pulpit Rock I really liked it.
Oh,
and I told him we all need to go up there and stay sometime because he's like, there's so many cute like little shops to like go shopping at, and like like they have a cute little like main street to walk around, and we didn't get to do any of that because it was like raining and we had crunch for time.
Yeah. We need to do that and Galena.
I literally, that's what I wanted because it kind of reminded me of Galena, like a smaller version of Galena is what Decorah reminded me of. So I was like, yeah, we need to do Galena too.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So cheese.
So I wrote cheese on because I thought I like cheese. Cheese doesn't like me. Well, some cheeses sometimes. So I went to my friend Cass's bridal shower. Yeah, it was really fun. They did these cute little things where, like, you filled out a card for date night. And put it in a box for her and Jordan. Oh. And apparently I was a little late, it's me. And so they had already gone around and everyone already said what they had put for date night. I'm so glad that I wasn't there, like, because everyone apparently put like a movie and dinner and stuff like that, or like the girl next to me put going to Adventureland and stuff like stuff like that. Well, I really like thought mine out about them, and I was like, so I put like glamping in their backyard where they like set up their air mattress and look at the stars and watch TV or watch their laptop and drink wine, but they are able to like go inside because I feel like that would be like romantic, but also like in their alley. Yeah, so glad I didn't have to read that out loud. And then we did a couple other games, but. The cheese.
The cheese.
Well, the cookies. Yeah, we need to talk about that really quick. So Cass had these beautiful cookies, and she was talking how like they're like, those Instagram worthy cookies where they're like beautifully decorated, and they're like, okay, every single time we get these cookies anywhere else, they don't taste good. They just look good.
They look pretty, but they don't.
Yeah. Oh no, these were so good. And then, so you have to tell what happened with you.
Yeah. So they're actually made by a girl that I work with, which is really funny. She's got her own cookie business. It's
we'll have to link her.
Easy Streets, I think.
Sure, we'll link her down below.
But yeah, so I had been scrolling through Facebook because I follow her page, and I always like to look at all the cookies, and I saw them, but I didn't think much of it. I just, things are really cute. Yeah. Because I think the theme was like main squeeze. So there was lemons and stuff. Yeah. And then I saw the picture again a few days later on someone else's Facebook, a picture of those cookies. And I was like, wait, I just saw these cookies. Wait. And then I realized it's your friend Cass.
Yeah.
So crazy.
It's so crazy. Yeah. It's just insane how like, the person that made the cookies. Yeah. And they're amazing.
And I think she's going to make some for Raylan's birthday
She should
party.
Because they are freaking amazing. I can't wait. But the cheese is what I got excited about because I guess I've only had like what my mom bought. So it's like cheddar.
Yeah.
And what is the yellow and the white?
Colby Jack.
Yep, there we go. Like the normal ones, like American. I just hit my mic.
Swiss.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Well, they had like Gouda and Brie. I'd never had Brie before. Holy crap. It's so good. Have you ever had it?
No.
Oh yeah, now I want to buy all the cheese.
Oh my God.
So
where, okay, we live in like rural Iowa. Yeah. So where do you even get it?
So I asked her at Hy-Vee, they now have that cheese and meat thing. Mm-hmm. So the guy there actually like knows, that's his job to know like what pairings to go with what and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's what you're doing tomorrow.
That's exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. And I talked to my boss about it because she like loves that kind of stuff. So she was like, yes, I can't believe you've never tried Brie. She's like, she's like, if you're going to have like a big dinner, like if I come over with, like Kurt and I come over and hang out with you and Alex, she said, warm it up and put honey on it.
Oh my God. I have heard of that.
Yeah. So she said do that. But since I'm not, like, just cut it or whatever. And then I had smoked Gouda from Wisconsin as a tester from when I walked through there the other day. It was so good. So I'm going to get that. And then Kurt likes blue cheese. I mean, blue cheese is okay. And there was another thing that she told me to get that is like camembert and blue cheese mixed together. That's really good. Yeah. So I was like, I love cheese now. I didn't like it for a while because I used to be like American growing up. Well, my God. But, like, Brie is, like, amazing. I'm like, what have I been doing? All right, there go. There's my weekly segment on cheese. No, and that we're on the food topic. Mm-hmm. Have you been to the Just Dough place in Cedar Falls?
No, that's the, like,
cookie dough place. Yes. So like they have
vegan cookie dough or something?
There's vegan and there's just, like, regular kinds. But I can't have ice cream. I don't know why. It just destroys my stomach. Mm-hmm. But I can have cookie dough. So I went there and I asked them, because I'd seen other places do this where can you just get like a little like scoop of each one to try them all, and they did that for me. They were so nice. They were like, oh, how many? And so I was like, well, I guess like, like all of them, and they only charged me $1 for each of them.
Holy crap.
So then like I got to like, well, I didn't get all of them. I only got like 5 or 6, but it was really fun to like sit there. So Kurt and I like sat there and like tried to and they like wrote the names on the bottom. They said they'd write the name. I didn't have them, but they were like, oh, next time we'll write the names on the bottom. You guys can like guess. Yeah. They were just so sweet. So got like red velvet, and oh my God, there's one I want you to try. It's called Nerds. I feel like the boys would love it. It kind of reminded me of the Fruity Pebbles thing you get. Yeah. They had like snickerdoodle, peanut butter and marshmallow, like these weird combinations that were so good. Yeah, we need to go. Good. But I was like, they should get like a big container though, and just get like put like scoops in them, Yeah. Instead of having to get all the little containers. But yeah, that was really fun.
That sounds so good. We always see it, but I don't I've never been there, and I don't know anyone.
We definitely have to go there. It's really cute. Mm-hmm. You just go up to the counter, and they'll like let you test whatever. And then you can get like a small scoop or a big scoop, or you can get like a big, huge one take home. Or if you're me and they're not busy, I just ask for a bunch of them.
Let me try all of them.
Could I please try all of them? But the Nerds one is the one that like, it's weird, but I kept eating it. And then
Does it have Nerds in it?
Yeah. Oh. Like it has stuff in it. So like the Snickerdoodle had like bits of stuff in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh. It's really, it's over at Kurt's house if you want to try the Nerds thing. I'll bring it over tomorrow. I'll walk in there and be like, I'm going to take these over to Elizabeth's and we're going to eat them. Bye. So there goes all the food. Do you want to talk about any food? I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Oh, are you still doing the fasting? Did we talk about that yet?
Oh, no. I think that was something I meant to add in here and I forgot.
Okay.
So yeah, intermittent fasting. Let's see. I started
a little bit ago. I'm kind of jealous. If Kurt didn't make such good breakfast, I would do it.
July 8th, I want to say. Mm-hmm. It was because it's been close to 3
weeks. You should put it in your calendar so we can like mark it.
So I don't even remember how I found it really, because it was whenever we got our nails done. It was that day that I started.
Oh yeah, because our nail tech has done it for a long 2 years.
I think so at least. But yeah, it's. I don't know, like at the beginning, it was obviously hard the first couple days. And there's been days here and there that it's like not easy because I'm like hungry by the time it's time for me to eat.
Oh, yeah.
But I've also been having like more fulfilling meals at lunchtime when I break my fast. I've been having like giant salads where I just have tons of vegetables and like tons of leafy green
What do you
stuff.
mean break your fast? Sorry. Oh, when it's time to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. So far I've just been doing like 16 hours fasting, 8 hours of like eating time.
Yeah.
Technically. But so I eat at noon and then I tell myself I have to be done eating at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times I eat my dinner at like 6 and then I'm actually done then.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of time difference there.
I thought you meant like sometimes you have to eat later. Sorry, continue.
No, so it's been really nice because I feel like I need those rules where I'm like, I can't eat past 8. Because if I don't have that rule, then I'm going to walk through the kitchen like every couple, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, if I get to go to the bathroom and, get a piece of candy or get whatever. And that, like that kind of stuff has got to stop. Yeah. And so this has been really helpful with that. Like, I just feel like I have more self-control. Oh, that was my computer. Sorry.
Okay. No, I thought it was my phone. I just stared at it.
So yeah, I feel like I have more self-control. Like I said, in the morning, sometimes it gets tough because I've been working out too.
Yeah, and so that would get hard because you're hungrier when you work out.
But I've been drinking more water, so I think that helps too. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never had a problem with snacking. I'm a meal person and I don't overeat, but I think I'm pretty good at eating. I don't really I think weirdly enough, because I was allowed to have so many like snacks and sugar when I was younger, I don't crave it at all. Like at all. I got the cookie dough for Kurt because he likes like cookie dough. Yeah. I literally hardly had any of it. My problem is like, alcohol, like beer. I like beer and I like wine. I think that's like my issue. So I've been like not doing it, like, obviously like limiting myself on that. But I love that. You have to update everybody.
Yeah, I've always been very snacky. So
yeah.
Like,
and you like sweets.
I think of it less, it's not so much fasting as like, like this is my window
eating
to
appropriately.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just feel like I need rules. And like same with how I'm kind of doing vegetarian / vegan.
Well, you also have rules when it comes to like bookish stuff too. I mean, that's just how you are. You're very type A?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So with food, I'm
whatever
like
the opposite is.
Because if I don't have rules, then like I used to do this too. Like at lunchtime, I would go over to Quick Star and get whatever disgusting chicken mash sandwich they had because it's right there and it smells good. Yeah. And whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, I can't have that. Like, I'm not going to choose that stuff. I'm going to choose healthy stuff and I'm going to feel full.
Yeah.
So
my thing is what I've been doing with eating is choosing things that aren't going to make me feel like dragged down.
Yeah.
Like heavy things, because that's my issue is I'll eat really heavy meals. So now like if I'm going to eat a heavy meal, it's going to be like cut in half of what I usually eat.
Yeah.
Or I'll go and every day for lunch I'll have a salad or have something light so I don't feel that tired. I don't like that tired, heavy, full feeling. I hate feeling like really full.
I love the full feeling when you've eaten healthy stuff.
Because you don't feel like crap though.
No, it's a good full
Yes,
feeling.
It's a good full. That's what I like. So that's why I've been eating like salads and stuff, because that's a good full feeling. Or like if I'm eating like tacos, I'll eat like half, or I'll like put like veggies and stuff like that. I'll eat like that kind of stuff so I don't feel as like full. And I definitely wait. If I feel like kind of full, I'll wait and see if I'm really full.
Yeah. See, that's where I have problems too, is like if something tastes really good,
you want to eat more of it. I have to consciously tell myself, like, I'll only put enough on my plate to know that this should make me full, and then I have to sit there. Even if it's really good, I have to stop myself because that's my problem.
I'll be like, okay, but I only had a little bit, so now I'm gonna go get a little bit more, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my favorite thing with my salads lately, I got corn on the cob because that's like a big thing right now in Iowa.
I can tell you something too. Okay, continue.
So I've been cooking it, and then whatever like the kids don't eat that's cooked, I cut it off the cob and I have it in my salad.
I love black beans and corn in my salad. Oh my god,
it's my favorite thing.
I want to tell you that I had a pizza with corn in it, and it has changed my life. We need to make homemade pizzas with corn, like with sweet corn in it.
What?
I had it at single speed. I had mushrooms and corn and everything on it, and it was
like a veggie pizza.
Yeah, or what? And it was the corn made it amazing. I don't know why we've never put corn on a pizza before.
Crazy.
It was amazing. I couldn't wait to tell you. We need to do that.
Yes. Also, Pizza Ranch has veggie pizza with broccoli on it. So we got to get that sometime.
Oh my god. Because then we have a frozen pizza with broccoli on it. And I was like, what? I've heard that we need to make a pizza. And I've heard that putting potatoes on it will change your life. That's what everyone says.
That sounds so good. Okay.
Right?
So we need to have
corn, broccoli, potatoes.
What's that called? What's that? You're invited.
Pizza, pizza
we need to
party.
Have one of those where we make our own pizzas.
Only if that song plays over and over and over.
Oh my god, it sounds like Hell.
Oh, we used to do that. Our parents were in hell.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hope everyone is hungry because we just talked a lot about food.
All the food.
All right. Switching subjects really quick. And I didn't know if you wanted to do this on the regular podcast.
Nope, let's do it here.
Okay.
I think we usually do it on T-Chats, honestly.
Okay. I just really wanted to know what our bookish horoscopes are for July.
Yeah.
And it's almost the end of July, so I need to know them now.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me scroll. Am I reading yours and you're in mine?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you at? Did I pass it? Doop, doop, doop. No. Okay.
Silence.
Silence. Aries. Keywords: joy, inspiration, positivity. Oh, I've read this author. How have I read this author? It's Casey West.
Cassie West?
Cassie West. What'd I say?
I read P.S. I Like You.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
It came in an outcry.
Thank you. All right. In June, you took yourself on adventures big and small. This month, the stars urge you to examine the things in your life that give you joy. Excited smiley face emoji. Is there enough of it? If not, what's missing? Maybe you found yourself hypnotized by your newest Netflix binge when you'd honestly rather be outside. Or maybe you've been so wrapped up in studying and college or work that you haven't read a good book in months. Oh my God, that's me though. Whatever the case, July encourages you to nip negativity in the bud. You won't bring abundance into your life with boredom, fear, and stress. Instead, use happiness like a magnet, pulling good toward you as you send good out. We bet you'll be smiling more by the time August waves hello.
Oh, I like that.
That's really cute. So book pick is Maybe This Time by Casey West. The reason is bring some joy into your life with a story about love blossoming in unexpected places, told over the course of 1 year and 9 events in one small town.
I really like her writing too.
Yeah.
She writes contemporary, and a lot of times it's, a little bit of romance and it's YA, but it's always like very readable.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to keep reading.
Oh, okay. All right, what's mine?
All right, so you are a Capricorn.
I am. No one talk crap about Capricorns, okay?
Did you read the keywords?
Yeah, I did.
I can't remember what they were.
Rude. Here, I'll read them again. You obviously just tuned me out. I was kidding. Joy, inspiration, and positivity.
Oh, okay. So your keywords are inspect, cleanse, release. Which I feel like it works though. You're moving into a new
It does. I'm just getting rid of all my old crap that I don't care about. I'm down.
Okay. You deepened your relationships in June as you strode forward into the life of your dreams.
Oh my God.
Or at least a summer to remember. July is teeing up to be a lot less friendly. Sorry.
Shoot.
This month will be heavily focused on the unseen. You can expect secrets to be uncovered, buried memories unveiled in your own communication style and personality under some self-inspection. While this might feel like a lot of pressure and be a bit unnerving, the cosmos are really just trying to tell you that it's time to make some changes in your life. So take this month for what it is, an opportunity to clean out some cobwebs, clear out some skeletons, and make way for more of the good stuff that a fresh start has to offer. Happy cleaning, Capricorn.
That is insane.
Right?
That is so crazy.
Right?
Wow. All right.
So the book pick is Breathing Underwater by Alex Flynn, which, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I think I've read Alex Flynn.
You have, because I remember that name.
What?
You definitely have, because or we've talked about. Alex Flynn. She's the author of Beastly. Have you read that?
No.
I've read that.
So maybe you've read it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why I yapped like that.
Anyhow, and then it says the reason for this book pick, when you're feeling a bit uncomfortable about confronting some of your darker tendencies, pick up this contemporary novel about a teenage boy's struggles to break free from the cycle of abuse.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like a heavy book.
That's a heavy book. I'm going to have to read a nice book after that. But that's crazy that, I was just saying that I'm just, going through and, getting rid of all this stuff.
You're
and,
cleansing.
I'm cleansing. That's what I call it now. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Check out your July bookish horoscopes.
Yes.
I always like reading those. They're really fun.
It's super interesting.
Yeah. All right. I don't remember this last topic we want to talk about. I don't remember
one more thing after this.
Well, do you want to talk about it now?
Sure.
Okay.
Just throw it in there because it's really small. So I finally did 23andMe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Talk about that. You did it, though?
Yeah. So
and you didn't tell me until now?
Hold it. So Prime Day, they had a deal Usually 23andMe, you can get just the Ancestry kit, and that's $100. Or you can get the Ancestry plus the medical, and that's $200. But Prime Day had the $200 one for $100.
I'm pouting right now.
So I got it in the mail. I sent it back in.
I can't believe you did this without telling me.
Wait. I just got the email today that the lab received my stuff. So I should be getting my results here in the next week or two. So I'm so excited.
I can't believe you did it without me. I wanted to see what the process was like.
You spit into a tube.
Well, now, congratulations. The government has your DNA.
Well, you have to spit in this
Excuse me while I remove my foil hat.
It's so gross. It's so gross. It's so much more spit. It's so much more spit than I thought it would be.
No.
Because it really doesn't look like that much, but it says you have to fill it to the line. And then you read the directions and it says, not the bubbles, the liquid.
Oh.
And there's a lot of bubbles when you spit. So I thought I was there, and I was like, oh, no, it's all bubbles.
So you're going to find out about your ancestry as well as your, medical? What? What you're allergic to and stuff? Or, what? I should have bought one.
You know what? I need to look at the directions, really, and find out for sure. But, I keep hearing on Dax Shepard's podcast, they were talking about how, one of the things 23andMe tests for is, whether you're susceptible to misophonia.
What is that?
That's the when you don't like mouth sounds.
Oh, I don't like mouth sounds.
And I'm not sure if they can tell if you're susceptible or if you're more prone to certain cancers maybe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I've always wanted to do the food sensitivity one just because I know I'm allergic to something, but the doctors don't really necessarily test for everything because I know I'm allergic to some kind of preservative. So that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So there's an app too.
Okay.
So you register, you have a little barcode you have to scan with the app, and everything's in the app, and you there's surveys and stuff you can participate in, and I'm really excited.
Oh, I hope they have another deal on Black Friday so I can get it.
Because I can't remember if I don't think I talked about it on the podcast.
No.
But when I was back home the last time, I was looking through the family tree that our grandma made.
Oh, yeah?
And I didn't realize we had family from so many different places. And that was when I was like, okay, I want to do this.
You want to know, the percentage of where. Yeah.
Well, and then I don't know my dad's side, at all.
Yeah.
He says that his grandmother was a Cherokee Indian. She was full-blooded Native American, and then she married a German man. Mm-hmm. But this is all coming from him, so I don't know how true it is.
Exactly.
So I'm very curious to find out.
Fun. Okay, I'm jealous. I can't wait. We're gonna have to do that. Tell everybody what you get.
Yeah,
that's so exciting. I'm so mad that I didn't do it too.
Well, it's funny because I said I wasn't going to get anything for Prime Day, and it was the last 4 hours of Prime Day.
You should have texted me and been like, I got this, and then I would have been like, okay, I'll rage get it too.
Well, I texted Alex and I was like, what do you think? He goes, get it. And I'm like, okay. Not wasting any time.
Well, maybe I'll go back on sale. I could do it too. Oh, shoot. I should probably have done. All right. So this other thing, I don't know how it got brought up in conversation. I think it's because I told Kurt to do it. Because he didn't know what it. First, I made him. He pointed out a sticker on my laptop and asked what it was, and it was sticker of Harry Potter. So immediately I made him take the test.
Yeah.
Get sorted, and he's a Hufflepuff.
Which could have guessed it.
Yeah, because you're people don't know. She's friends with Kurt. That's how I met him. So yeah, he's a Hufflepuff. And then I was saying my mom gets me random stuff. That's her love language. He's like, what does that mean? And I was like, oh, explain it. He's like, I want to take that test. So that's how I was like, and you'd taken it before with Alex.
Yeah, because you had told me about it a while back. And then
so I read the book.
Right. So then I took it, and then I forced Alex to take it.
That's what you need to do. Just force so we can know.
I think it is funny to look at.
Yeah, I want to look at you guys because I haven't had a chance to look.
It is funny because
we're all kind of the same.
All 4 of us
hate gifts.
Gifts is the very last thing.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
But I hate it because I'm good at giving gifts.
You are very good at it.
But I don't gifts. And then Kurt's like, no gifts too. Yeah. And then you both are like, no gifts.
Which is what we do because Christmas, birthdays, we just don't. It's not a thing
he'll get
me.
You something randomly.
Right. And same, I don't know. He's one of those people that buys what he wants, so it's really hard to get him a gift anyway.
Yeah, and you do
but
too.
If I come across something that reminds me of him, then I'll just get it, but like...
But not like for an occasion, just because, hey, I'm thinking about you, or this would be really cool and you'd like it.
Right.
What's the point of waiting? Yeah, I do those kind of gifts too. Like, I guess, I don't know.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I found something for you. So...
For when?
For fun.
Oh no, I don't like this. For when? Okay. Well, I'll say mine first. Mine's, so they go from least to greatest. I don't remember the numbers. Mm-hmm. So mine's physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts. What's yours?
Mine is quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, gifts.
Could have guessed.
I knew physical touch was going to be way down on the list. Like that's like, it's just not my thing, especially... with a partner, it's different, but even then, sometimes I'm just like, just not right now. Just don't touch me.
touching.
Which I always get a lot of crap for from like friends and stuff and other people because I'm not huggy. And when I'm just out and about and you know, sometimes people are touchy and they try and hug me or something. I'm like, no. And then everyone always gives me crap and they're like, well, how are you with your husband? And I'm like, but it's different.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with him touching me most of the time.
Except for he's being annoying, then no. Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Same with my kids. You know, at first, that was a really hard thing for me to
that's how I feel like I would be too.
Was kids touching me all the time. And it's obviously gotten better and they're getting older, so they don't want as many hugs and stuff.
Yeah.
But
and it's weird because my top one's physical touch. I want it, but I'm not good with it. Yeah. Like because I'm not used to it, but I want it. It's a very confusing thing. So I'm like, yeah, I don't like you in my space, but like if I get to know you, then I'm okay with it sometimes.
Right.
But like when I show when someone reaffirms their feelings into me, you know what I mean? So more of a relationship level where I'm like, oh yeah. And then quality time.
Yeah, quality time is up there for all of us.
Yeah, because I feel like it's just really hard. I guess a lot of people like to be like by themselves, but I just have to like have that time with someone. We don't have to be doing anything. We can just be talking or hanging out.
Right.
Like, I love that more than anything.
Yep. Samesies.
Yeah, and then what was your second one? Words of affirmation. So you like what is that? Is that just like being like you're doing good, or you know what I mean, or like?
I think so. I guess I interpret it as like acknowledgement of the things that someone appreciates about you and that you're like doing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I like that.
Which I guess Alex and I talk about a lot because I think it's important to point out the things that the other person's doing that you appreciate rather than like, a lot of couples you see them fighting and
about
it's always like
they're not doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, because, like he started his new job. And so there's a lot of things that I've had to pick up the slack for.
Yeah.
But as long as we're both doing like, balancing it out.
Yeah. And you're telling each other you appreciate it.
Exactly. Then it's not a big deal.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. It doesn't, I guess it's third on my list, so it's not as important, but it is also nice. And I think maybe I take that a little bit for granted because like, it's weird. Like I'd rather have someone like give me a hug, or just want to spend time with me than like tell me stuff. But maybe that's also important to me and I'm not realizing it.
I feel like if I had done some big thing around the house and it was not acknowledged, like I would be really hurt and upset.
Definitely. I could see that. And then I guess we should say what Alex and Kurt's are.
Yeah, so Alex's is physical touch, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, and gifts.
Oh my God.
So he does not need gifts or to be told that he's doing a good job, which does not surprise me in the least.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, I watch him do laundry all the time. I can totally get that. Yeah, we are similar, Alex and I, because and I could tell his was physical touch. Kurt's is quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and gifts. So the only thing we have flip-flopped is his is quality time, which I can totally tell. Like if he's in a bad mood, he still wants to like sit next to me and talk. But he did no touchy. I was like, okay, got it. When I told Kurt what they were, he was like, I know what yours is, and I was like, wow, trying to call me out here. I can't help it. I'm very like, I think I show my affection through touch, like with people that I'm with.
Right.
With my family, I'm more of a quality time person or acts of service or gifts, I think, because I don't know how to be physically affectionate towards family. I'm getting better, I think. Like being around your kids has helped so much. Like giving them hugs or like messing with them. I think I like do that, but
Yeah, it's funny. I guess growing up, my mom was always, hugs and stuff. We always gave hugs.
Oh God,
but
my mom was not.
I feel like with my kids, and maybe it's because of Alex, but I do feel like we're way more.
I like cuddly
how you guys are,
and
feely, touchy-feely.
Well, you guys like kiss.
When I grew up.
I grew up with no physical touch, and I think that's why I want it so bad. Because like my mom's a hugger, but it's not like all the time. It's like when it's only when you're like saying bye.
I also think your mom's a lot like me in like the physical touch is kind of like don't touch me. Like,
we should have our moms take the love language test. We honestly should, because I totally get that. And I think her love language she shows is gifts. Like she doesn't like to receive gifts. She likes to do that. And she likes to do acts of service. My mom, like she'll like come over and want to do my laundry. But like, and so that's why I've like learned that like it's okay that like she doesn't want that. But I also want to show her that like it's like that if she wants it, I'm willing to do that. If that makes any sense. Yeah. It's just crazy like figuring out other people's love language. As in like some people, if you're close with them, they can tell. Like I could definitely tell yours is not physical touch.
Right. Yeah.
I would say that yours would be, I would definitely peg yours as words of quality time and words of affirmation.
Yep. Those are,
I think mine are pretty easy to peg too.
It was just so funny. Like,
I love when you get
gifts. When you get the results and it's like, oh, well, okay. Physical touch, like
not touchy.
Feels like you're seeing me here.
Right.
Like,
I feel attacked. Out? Well, I feel attacked when it's like, when Kurt was like, I can tell what the top one is. I was like, yeah, apparently you need to go hide because we're all going to try and poke you.
No touching.
Not touchy.
Yeah, it is funny. All of you guys have physical touch right there at the top.
I think next time we should talk about the NG or EN, Wouldn't that be interesting? I haven't done it in a long time.
Myers-Briggs.
Yeah, Myers-Briggs. All right, I'm writing it down. We'll have to do it for next time.
I've done it, and okay, hold on. Let me think.
I have mine. Oh, we can't talk about it. Let's talk about it next time because I
always waver between two.
Me too. So we'll talk about it, and we'll make the guys do it too. So
I'll take it again too, just to see if I get anything different than what I used to.
Yeah, because I actually retook this just to make sure I was like not changing, like I haven't changed.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm still the same. I still like physical touch and quality time. It's crazy that gifts don't mean a lot to any of us, though. But I know how to give good gifts. This is not fair.
I know. It's so strange.
It's so strange that, like, I'm like, I really search hard. I think you're really good at gifts, too.
I'm terrible at gifts.
I think I loved every single gift. That makeup bag has saved me so much lately. All right. Well, we better get going. We got more tea to drink and books to read. Our social medias are all down below, as well as the links to everything we talked about in this podcast. Please rate and review this podcast, Our Life in Books. It'd be great.
If you don't know what you're listening to, it's Our Life in Books.
Where are you? Do you need help? Call email us. We'll help you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like really happy for all the podcasts that we listen to that are getting such notoriety. And it'd be great if other people can at least find us, because I know it's hard if you don't have a lot of ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Algorithm.
Darn algorithm. Getting us on everything. Really quick, did you see that Instagram is getting rid of likes?
Excuse me, what?
Yeah.
So what? How?
Nothing. That's why I'm seriously like, yeah.
I don't understand.
They want to get rid of the likes and dislikes.
Wait, there's no dislikes.
Or likes and whatever. So you know how like a lot of people companies look at likes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
You just double tap it and it just shows the heart, but it doesn't show how many likes.
But as the person who owns the account, do you get to see the likes?
I don't think so.
So I don't understand. What's the point?
Because I think they want to get rid of the whole judging yourself based on how many likes you get. But then also
you still have followers.
Yeah. You still have the followers.
So it's still a number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand it. Sorry to put this in at the end, but I thought
so dumb.
I'll have to look into it more and find some more information out. All right. Is there anything else?
Patreon.
Yes, Patreon. I always forget about that. My bad. We're actually thinking about adding some more stuff to the tiers. Maybe some bloopers or some random chats that we have, because sometimes, guys, we go off on tangents. There's tangents that don't make it in because I'm like, it makes no sense. People are going to think we're crazy. Well, you can come watch our crazy on Patreon.
That is very true.
It is. The tangent I just did on Instagram happens all the time. All right. Well, yeah. Come check us out on Patreon. And thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.